See, what I am would terrify most of you if you actually knew. Matter of fact, if any of you actually knew what I truly am, you wouldn't ask me stupid questions like that at all. See, when you open the door to certain questions, you better be sure you're ready for the answer. And if you want to know how I know Beyonce is a witch, I'll say it as simple as this. Takes one to know one.
Takes one to know one.
Baby, after all this time, it looks like Jaguar Wright is indeed an industry plant. People have been speculating about it for a while now, courtesy of her bold accusations and wild assumptions, some of which have been discovered to be rooted in falsehood. Allie Carter's been warning us about Jaguar for years, and joining her now is an unlikely ally, Bryshere Gray. See, for a really long time now, people have believed that Jaguar Wright was at the forefront of the Hollywood scenes, exposing A-listers for their misdeeds and deep down dirty secrets, especially after Ish hit the fan with Diddy trials. Files were dug up, folders even, receipts of a time when Jaguar spoke against Diddy, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Will Smith, and a couple other celebrities. For a moment, she seemed to be the next best thing to Jesus, trying to desperately to show us the path to salvation. During the process, she got her 60 seconds of fame, shining in the spotlight with all eyes on her and ears too, waiting on her next big reveal. One of her biggest moments came when she went on Piers Morgan and told on Beyonce and Jay-Z, talking about how they are monsters.
Why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice.
Honey, her accusations on the show almost cost Piers his entire career and, dare we say, his life. Jay's lawyer wasted no time sending the man a cease and desist, so Piers had to openly admit that everything Jaguar said on the show was a hoax. He deleted the scenes from his platform and washed his hands clean of the whole story.
Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But that didn't stop Jaguar from speaking more on Jay-Z, talking about how Jay lined up DeHaven, stole his life and identity, lined up Big L, Dame Dash, R. Kelly, and set them up for a downfall so that he could climb up the corporate ladder. She also said that Jay-Z is behind mysterious deaths like Aaliyah's, who, by the way, died in a plane crash. However, Jaguar claims that Aaliyah was already sedated before she even got on the plane. At the moment, sources say that Jaguar has been bought by the industry as their alleged, quote-unquote, truth sayer, which in reality is meant to derail people from actually seeking the truth and to expose the industry. However, Jaguar never started out like that. Her music career goes way back to the early 2000s, and she was on her rise to the big stage when all of a sudden, she fell out. According to her, she walked away on her own accord after realizing how the industry moved behind the scenes, and she wasn't about to sell her soul out for fame.
Some people so desperately need their careers acknowledged. Some people so desperately need to be a part of the game that they're willing to overlook all kinds of things. Which is why my favorite scripture is the scripture that my father gave me. My father actually told me, Norman Wright Sr. told me, you're going to need this scripture because in the business that you chose to be in, it's going to be your everyday life. See, for they will not believe the truth, I will send them strong delusion and allow them to believe a lie. See, because they don't want to believe the truth, because they want to be on TV so bad.
More from Jaguar are claims that her manager Richard Nichols was a ritualist who had hands in a lot of nasty business before he passed on from leukemia.
Where's Richard Nichols now?
Dead.
What happened, if you don't mind me asking?
Some very, very, very rare form of leukemia. In my honest opinion, that witch, Grace, was Mir, who was Usher, who was Q-Tip, you know, Bonita Applebaum, a witch. Lot of people that hang out with them end up getting rare form. Yeah, I'm saying it.
Yeah.
Hub told me before he died, he thought that y'all killed Rich. Hub told me that Rich came to him in a dream. He said his mouth was sewed shut and his tongue had been removed.
Jaguar's claims on Diddy is no news, as she's been ringing the bell about him being a monster like Jay-Z, whom she says is even far worse. An unlikely person she touched on was Carisha, who she called an ex-worker. For y'all that don't know which Carisha she was talking about, she meant City Girl star Young Miami, Diddy's ex-girlfriend.
They list Carisha as a sex worker in the latest.
She is a sex. Her and JT. What don't y'all understand?
Yeah, to be on payroll.
How many ways do I have to say it? These is wild. They pay big to do damage and procure victims. They're sex traffickers, and all of these bitches is whores. Worker. $250,000 a month to do strange shit at will. You couldn't wait for Cassie to run. You couldn't wait to be in Cassie's shoes. Carisha, please.
If y'all been in the loop, then you know that wasn't the first time Carisha's been referred to as an ex-worker. Even a member of her former girl group JT called her out on that. It started when Saucy Santana had a post talking about how JT wears basketball shorts in their outings. He wrote, "JT one bitch that got a nice ass shape, but when I tell her get dressed, we going to do the ish walk out the room with basketball shorts on. Young Miami coming out in Uchi cutters, that's my girl." JT was quick to repost the tweet with the caption, "Because y'all ex-workers." Jaguar also touched on Rihanna being sold to Jay-Z and being intimate with him so much that she got herpes and infected Chris Brown with it. Hence why he gave her that black eye that night at the award show.
Rihanna was trafficked to Def Jam.
She was the innocent baby when she came over here. And look
She
at
was
her now.
14 going on 15 years old. Flown over without parental supervision in a private plane by a man who was supposed to be a producer who auditioned her at 3 a.m. in the morning in a hotel room, auditioning at 3 a.m. in the morning, a 14-year-old girl. She was flown to another country. She was taken to Def Jam headquarters. She was left in a conference room alone with Sean Carter for nearly 6 hours alone, with no parental supervision. Her father collected a $500,000 check. She has the fastest inked deal in Def Jam history.
He stormed out of Clive Davis's house, got into his very expensive car, and Rihanna chased after him. She gets in the car and started fighting on him because he embarrassed her for calling her and saying in front of everybody that she gave him the herpes at Clive Davis's house the night before the Grammys.
Jaguar also said that Takeoff's death was planned as a hostile takeover in the industry, as well as adding that Megan Thee Stallion's shootout with Tory Lanez was because Megan was trying to stop Lanez from telling the world that she's not a complete woman.
They did with the death of Takeoff.
Was that a setup?
Of course it was. But in my opinion, from what I've gathered, it was a cover-up for an aggressive, corporate, hostile takeover. Rock Nation moving the Prince family out of power in Houston and claiming Megan Thee Stallion. Who allegedly would have said anything to keep Tory Lanez from telling people that she ain't all woman.
You saying Meg Thee Stallion is a transgender?
I'm saying that a stallion is a male horse and a mare is a female horse. I'm saying, what kind of black woman would work so hard to put an innocent black man in jail for a crime he didn't commit unless she was terrified about what he may say?
Y'all, it's been a lot of things Jaguar has talked about in the past and in recent times, but the thing with her, as people have come to find out, is that sometimes it's hard to draw a line between the truth and the part she makes up. A lot of people believe that she either turned to the dark side or lost her mind after she lost her son.
Jaguar Wright, girl, if you don't go sit your psycho ass down, and I don't believe nothing that I don't believe say. Y'all believe it because you don't know. If I didn't know no better, I think that bitch fed. Hey, Jaguar, you forgot this? You forgot this, Jaguar? You over there running your mouth, but you been at everybody's. That means you a snitch, bitch. She's annoying. She's annoying. And I don't trust this as far as I see her. Y'all are all bamboozled. I'm glad you come down. I'm glad I can speak my mind. Say I want to say. Ain't no mother.
According to Jaguar, she said her son, who was working for Rock Nation at the time, died because he refused to sacrifice her for fame.
What do you have to lose? Like, what do you have to lose? If
My
this
son's
doesn't...
legacy. My son died because he was my son.
Can you speak on that?
Sure.
Like, you said it was your son. He died because of
He
your
was
legacy.
targeted because he's my son.
Like,
He was working on his EP. I bought Philadelphia for him so he didn't have to sign to a company because I knew what it was going to do. He interned at Rock Nation. And they approached him to sacrifice me. He got caught up in a case. He went into the system, and then when he got out and got to the halfway house, I moved us here. I saw his death when he was 19. I moved us here to stop it, to prevent it, to avoid it. Right. And it happened anyway.
After his death, word is that Jaguar went out of reason and reached into the dark side herself. I mean, she was out here throwing her son's ashes on people and on herself.
But God,
they're all dead.
No,
they're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead.
Look at me. Life and love only. No bad juju. No bad voodoo. You love them. You love them.
You are.
Stop.
You're dead.
You love them.
You're dead.
They've had your back for a long.
Ali Carter, whom a lot of people believe over Jaguar because of the strong emotion she shows when she talks about things she's experienced in the industry, has also outrightly called Jaguar out. She said that Jaguar is an industry plant seeking attention and wealth for revealing certain truths. At one point, Allie even mentioned that Jaguar Wright was threatening her. In her own words, Allie said that she's been getting threats from big kitties in reference to quote-unquote Jaguar being a big cat.
We're getting a lot of threats. A lot. A lot. Mainly from big kitties. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. And you know what? Kill me. You've already tried. This won't be the first. Damn sure won't be the last. I just hope people see through it this time. We'll see.
Now, it would seem that Bryshere Gray is teaming up with Allie, joining the fray against Jaguar. According to word reaching us, Bryshere just called out Jaguar, saying that the things she's been saying about him are made up lies.
Mr. Gray, man, if he needs prayer, I don't even know what's going
They
on.
trying to see him out so he'll feel too embarrassed to file his lawsuit against Diddy for what Will and Diddy did to him. With Jaden and Justin present, that tape exists.
Okay.
I really hope none of that baby oil was used on those kids. That would just be in bad taste. Baby oil on babies.
A lot of people have lost faith in Jaguar's claims on Bryshere and several other topics, like this person that said, these two things can be true. She is a bit wacky and she has insider info. I don't think everything she's saying is lies, but I don't think she has a healthy mind either. Another person added, Jaguar is not the most reliable narrator. She has some truth mixed in with stories that she can't even keep straight. That being said, there's something nefarious to all of these insiders being unreliable narrators. It's not lost on me that people have been talking about this for years are deemed mentally unwell. And finally, this person said, in the beginning, I thought she was the truth, but after videos showing how she's lying, I'm not into following up on her so much. She hasn't lied about anything, but she's also not 100% with her stories, which makes you not want to believe her anymore. Baby, while we wait for more bombshells to drop on Jaguar Wright from Allie Carter and Bryshere Gray, we would like to know what your thoughts are on this matter. Leave them down in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Watch this next video, baby, because it's just as messy.